Harrison Ford the carpenter who became a legend. Before the world knew him as Han Solo and Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford was just a quiet man with rough hands and simple dreams. He was not born into fame or money, but into an ordinary life in Chicago, where he learned the value of work and silence. His parents were both connected to the entertainment world, but Harrison was not a natural star. He was shy, soft-spoken, and unsure of his place in life. He went to college, but felt lost in classrooms filled with noise that did not speak to his heart. He dropped out and began to search for something that made him feel alive. In his 20s, he moved to Los Angeles with his young wife, chasing a fragile dream of becoming an actor. He started taking small roles, but Hollywood was not kind to him. Casting directors told him he lacked charm. Others said he was too quiet or too plain. After years of rejection, his savings ran out. He had 2 sons to feed and no steady work left. So he picked up tools and became a carpenter, not out of passion, but survival. He built cabinets and doors for Hollywood homes while secretly holding on to a fading hope that one day someone would see him not as a worker, but as an artist. It was during this time that fate took a quiet turn. One of the people he worked for was George Lucas, the young filmmaker, who had just finished American Graffiti. George saw something in Harrison's calm eyes, something real, something strong, but human. He asked him to help read lines with actors auditioning for a new space movie. Harrison agreed, not knowing this moment would change everything. When he read the lines for Han Solo, the room fell silent. His natural wit and unforced confidence fit the role perfectly. George Lucas saw in him the rogue hero he had been searching for. Star Wars was released in 1977, and it changed Harrison's life forever. The carpenter, who once built shelves, now built legends. His performance made him a global icon, but he did not lose himself in fame. He still drove his own car, still lived quietly, still avoided Hollywood parties. He never wanted to be a celebrity. He just wanted to work and build something that mattered, just like he had done with wood. But success did not stop there. Soon Steven Spielberg and George Lucas offered him another role, a daring archaeologist who would become Indiana Jones. Once again, Harrison became the beating heart of adventure. His mixture of humor, toughness, and fear made Indiana human, not just heroic. People loved that he looked like a man who could get hurt, who bled, who tried and failed, and still got up again. Behind the scenes, Harrison was known for doing many of his own stunts, breaking bones and risking injury to make his performances real. He believed in honesty, even in pain. He once said that acting was not about pretending, but about truth and courage. That belief guided every moment of his career, from the deserts of Raiders of the Lost Ark to the dark future of Blade Runner. He became the face of cinema's golden age, yet never forgot the simplicity that shaped him. As years passed, Harrison faced both triumph and tragedy. He struggled with fame's weight, with the pressure to stay young and relevant. He watched Hollywood change around him, filled with fast fame and shallow noise. Yet he continued to walk his own quiet path. He became a pilot, flying planes to remote areas to rescue people in danger, donating his time. Without headlines, he never chased awards or applause. He only chased the peace that came from doing what he loved. There was a time when he almost lost it all. In 2015, his plane crashed. During an emergency landing, he was badly injured and could have died. But like the heroes he played, he survived, not with arrogance, but with quiet strength. When reporters asked him about the accident, he simply said he was lucky to be alive and grateful to continue flying. It was a moment that reflected everything about him, a man who lived not for fame, but for experience, a man who understood the fragile beauty of life. Even today, Harrison Ford remains one of the few actors who feels both larger than life and deeply human. He is not a man who plays characters. He becomes them. His eyes still carry the same depth, the same mystery that first caught George Lucas's attention decades ago. He has grown older, but never softer. His silence still speaks more than words ever could. Harrison's story is not about overnight success, but about patience, humility, and endurance. He showed that greatness can come from failure, that real strength lies in quiet perseverance. He was once a man who built furniture for others to use. Now he has built memories for the whole world to treasure. When people look at Harrison Ford, they see a hero, but the truth is he is still that same carpenter from Chicago, building his life one piece at a time, with care, honesty, and strength. His journey reminds us that sometimes destiny hides in ordinary places, waiting for the moment we stop chasing and start becoming. His story is a reminder that real legends are not born from fame, but from struggle, and that sometimes the man behind the hero is the most human story of all.